Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Joel, and this is A Stable Life with the Veggie Boys. Just in case you haven't noticed it, when you hear me say A Stable Life with the Veggie Boys, that's how you know today is a farming episode. So, we're kicking things off with getting right into the tractor, and we are working up some ground to plant string beans. Let's fire up the tractor. We just gotta take off the pallet forks that are on the front of this tractor. Put it neutral, parking brake. What's nice about this tractor is you can leave everything in gear. This is how you go forward or in reverse. So we leave that in neutral and the tractor will sit nice and easy. And then to detach anything from the front of the tractor, you just go to this little bar, pull that over, and then lower the loader and that'll come right off. As you guys know, I have no idea what I'm doing today. All I know is what I'm working on next. There we go. So that's off. We'll lower the steering wheel back up a hair. There goes one of the neighbors. And we're heading off. Put on our hazards for helping on the road. I'm gonna try to shift with one hand here. 3 low. 3 high, 4 low, 4 high. Pick up the loader a little bit. This tractor has 2 ranges and 4 gears per range with a high and a low. So this tractor has 16 gears in total, and we use every single one of them on this farm. So now we're slowing down. So we're gonna downshift. Here's our turn, downshift again. There we go. And then when we're driving back these dirt roads, we put it usually in about 2 low. That's good for cruising down these country roads. So yes, what am I doing today? What's going on? I have no idea. I can tell you a few things. Firstly, today is Thursday. Today is the day Gavin is working at the horse stable, and we'll bring you up to speed with what Gavin's working on a little bit later on. I don't know what anyone else is doing on the farm. Looks like the neighbor mowed hay, and I know that we are hooking up to a vibra-shank. You guys have seen that many times in my videos. And we are working up some ground to plant string beans. Green beans, for those of you that might be wondering. Green beans, yellow beans, and flat beans. I don't know exactly how much beans we're planting today, but I'm told it's just a little patch, and then we're trying to get things planted while it's dry. Because there's no rain forecasted for today, and the temperature is in the high 80s, low 90s today. So it's nice that we have air conditioning. Okay, we're all hooked up. All right. Let's start the morning with turning some dirt. So here's where they have all the green beans planted. And wow, actually a lot of them have some nice blossoms coming on and they're looking good. And you can see the stages. You've got the first planting, the second planting, the third planting, and then over here is the 4th planting. And then way over here is this little section that we're working, and this will be the 5th planting. They stagger everything out because people, of course, want the freshest green beans that are available. So if we plant all of the green beans at the same time, that means we will have a lot, and we won't be able to sell everything that we produce. So this way they're able to spread out the amount of green beans they're able to produce longer over the year, which makes less waste and keeps the green beans fresh for the farm's customers. So that is mint. Looks like we got some fresh deer tracks out here. Shouldn't be muddy, just wet. So us going over this with the vibra-shank should loosen the soil up, dry it down, make it good for planting seeds. You guys can see the soybeans are actually coming up pretty nice. They're looking pretty good. We do have a little bit of bug damage on our soybeans, but all in all, they're actually looking really good. And if you look off in the distance, you can see there are round bales that are sitting here. Pretty sad story. I'll update you guys on kind of what happened. So those were supposed to be horse hay, second cutting horse hay. As you guys know, we were really excited for our second cutting hay crop because we just started getting rain non-stop, and it exploded. We waited until the forecast lined up. We got the hay mowed, tedded, raked, baled, and the forecast was holding that there would be rain in the afternoon the following day, so that we would have the morning to get these bales collected and wrapped. And then a shower came out of nowhere and dropped 3/4 of an inch of rain on all of the hay that was out there. Technically, we can still use the hay. It has been rained on. There's nothing wrong with feeding that for our horses. It was 14 round bales. It was not all of the second cutting. However, as you guys can imagine, if we are running short on hay for our horses, the same holds true for the veggie boys. They're running short on hay for their cows, and they're also worried. Of course, they didn't want to short us any hay for our horses. They wanted to make sure they were able to provide what we needed, but they were also concerned about getting hay for their cattle. We talked it over, and because we got that extra hay ground, not to mention we still have the rest of second cutting. We only did about, honestly, a little less than half of our second cutting crop. They're gonna take those 14 bales for their cattle, and then we're gonna be getting the rest of the second cutting, which should give them close to what they need, but not exactly. And we will also be getting more round bales. So we felt that it was a good compromise that worked best for both of us. As for the dirt, look how good it looks. Ready for green bean seed to be planted in. Look at the little baby green beans coming up. What's up, little guys? You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. All right, I just got called. Apparently we need to go pull sweet corn, and the tractor that I'm using is the tractor that we use to pull sweet corn. So I gotta finish this up, get that unhooked, get the pallet forks back on the loader, and then we're pulling sweet corn. This is just one of those days where we're just going. We're just going, guys. So I went and grabbed the pallet forks, and we have the vibra shank unhooked. So let's head over to the sweet corn field and grab a bin, and that way we can get started picking sweet corn. For anyone that's curious, this is silage corn for the cows. You can see it's just as tall as the tractor, and right in front of me is sweet corn. You can see a huge difference in the type and size. Corn's pretty neat. You know, it's also pretty neat. Broccoli and cabbage. This is the last planting of broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower and other vegetables. There we go. We'll park the tractor right next to where all the horse hay is stored. And then we'll begin our walk back. Speaking of tomatoes, they're here and they're growing. I also can hear the weed eater running, so I hear Gavin's hard at work. Quick question for you guys, all you tractor guys that are in the comment section and watching the videos. You see this right here? This is actually the horse fence that's right next to me here, and I've got this coming up here. Now, as you guys know, my rotary chopper is right behind my tractor. So what do you think would be better to mow this and trim back the tree branches and everything that's going up the side? A bat wing rotary chopper that has the wing that folds down and folds up, or a flail mower that is hydraulic that you can move? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm curious to get your opinion on that. And yes, for those that didn't know, if you're looking at this section, which you guys see often on the Veggie Boys fields, and you see the woods that's right next to this section of fields, yeah, that's horse pasture. I haven't even touched that, which is why it looks like it's just straight woodlands. I'm focusing on other parts of the pasture, and then we'll talk about over here. But yeah, this is all horse fence right here, right up to back there. Now this is just woods. That's the line back there. Crazy, crazy, crazy to think about. Now it's something you can think about while you're watching the videos and you're seeing them picking over here. To my eyes to see, we're in the pepper field, not the pickle field. First off, look at how good these peppers look. Wonder what they're picking. Peppers, we know they're picking peppers, but what kind of pepper? That's the question. Looks like jalapenos. Is that what you're picking, Daniel? Jalapenos?
Yep.
Wow.
They're just starting.
Just a few, yeah. That's pretty sweet. You see what I mean though, guys? I got all this stuff right here that I gotta trim back. I'm trying to figure out for future plans here. That's all. I'm trying to just pack your brains. Let me know what you think. And give me your honest thoughts too. Any of you that's had experience with flail mowers and rotary choppers, I want to hear those experiences. Let me know, guys. I appreciate it. So what takes place here is we have a bin put on the front of the tractor, and then very slowly the tractor follows all the pickers out through the field. They pick the sweet corn and they put it straight into the bin. And then when we get into peak sweet corn season, we'll actually take this bin and put it straight into the farm market, and the customers can pick right out of the bin. When it gets really crazy, we'll go through up to a bin, sometimes even 2 bins of sweet corn a day. People around here love their sweet corn. And that includes my wife too. She likes coming out here and getting it right off the corn stalk, which is pretty sweet. If you've never had corn picked directly off a corn stalk, add it to the list. That's something you're gonna have to do in your life because it is a whole new flavor. There we go, one fully loaded bin of sweet corn, and now we're about to pick a bin of cabbage. And the way we pick cabbage is we have two guys on the ground with knives that will cut the heads and then throw them to a catcher who catches and then delicately sets them inside the bin. And you might be wondering, why do we do this with one bin and we don't just have like a truck or a wagon that comes through? We have done that in the past, but oftentimes it is a little wetter in the cabbage fields, and so the tractor basically keeps us from getting stuck. And usually we only ever need to pick about one bin. If we need to pick more, we will, but on average it's usually like 1 or 2 a day. However, we do put a bunch of bins on a wagon when we're picking pumpkins, and we will throw all of the pumpkins directly up onto the wagon when picking pumpkins. We basically change things as needed depending on the crop. One bin of cabbage later, and a Daniel in the tractor, and we're heading back to the farm. We're going to be dropping this off at the farm market, as well as the sweet corn, getting a drink of water, and then I think we're heading back to pick cucumbers and zucchini.
I'm going to plant green beans.
Daniel's going to plant green beans. Try to get everything done before the heat and the thunderstorms are coming in this afternoon.
Now we're on our way back to the farm.
As Andrew just said, we got 20 baskets of cucumbers all picked. They look pretty good.
Yeah, what's really nice, on the Veggie Boys we talk about these cucumbers quite often. Now these are called Dominator. It's a new variety. They're supposed to be better at fighting against disease resistance. The old variety wasn't as good, which is why we're trying new stuff this year. Now what's interesting is you don't realize how much the stable life and the Veggie Boys like kind of work together. We have to constantly look out for new varieties, and on the stable they have to constantly look out for new supplements, they have to look out for new feeds, and they have to be concerned about new things. We have new bugs that show up in the area. They could affect our crops, but they could also affect the horses. So we have to work together in that aspect. And when it comes to working here, Joel helps us out sometimes, and then we help him out with the hay. And if there's anything else going on, we can help out at the stable too.
Those are storm clouds. They're calling for thunderstorms this afternoon, so that might be it. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled on that. Good news, we got everything that we needed to get done this morning completed. So that is awesome. All right, guys, just wanted to update you. We took a small break, had lunch. Egg salad sandwiches was what we had with potato chips. Caught up with Gavin a little bit. He was pretty tired, so I didn't want to bother him with putting a camera in his face. And we're gonna talk to him a little bit later on. Right now, we're getting ready to start washing off the cucumbers. So here's all the washed cucumbers. You can see right here is all cucumbers boxed because these are already ordered, so they're getting sent out. And these are just washed and going up into the farm market, and they're selling these directly out of the market. We're gonna go get these loaded up in the store, and then from what I understand after this, we are getting started on wrapping cow hay, which would be those bales that have been out in a couple rains now, actually. I mentioned only one at the beginning, but now that I think about it, they've been out in, I'm gonna say about 5 rains since they were baled, and they've only been outside for 5 days. Make sure we don't lose any of these. Almost lost some cucumbers, can't have that happening. Now we're getting started with wrapping round bales. So I'm gonna go grab the 100 and hook up to the round bale wagon. So we'll use that to get the hay around because the truck is not here. Matthew's over at the produce auction, so we don't have the truck today. Come to think of it, I don't even know where the round bale wagon is. Is it up there? Did Daniel get it? These are all questions that I should know the answer to, and I don't. We're gonna figure things out, guys. Good news, guys, I found the round bale wagon. I should have known he was up here hanging with his buddies.
just gonna drop these off, and then we're gonna go get the next load. This is not a full load. This is only 5 bales. 4 bales. 4 bales.
Now that's how you unload a wagon. So I just wanted to fill you guys in. Apparently Gavin got the quad stuck and he's having technical difficulties with the quad. So now Daniel and I are on our way to save him and see what's going on with the quad. We have caught up with Gavin. What happened?
I nearly got stuck in the mud.
All right, so what's the problem with the quad? It's gonna fire right up, right?
Absolutely. Now that you're here.
So I'm pretty confident that the air box just got moisture in it. All right, Gavin, give that a shot. Go ahead. You're good to go. You may need a cleaner wagon to bring the new saw back. We can't get the new saw dirty. All right, Gavin's doing great. You guys want to see what Gavin got done? Daniel and I will swing by and see how it's looking quick. Show you guys everything that Gavin got done. I rotary chopped the pasture yesterday. Look how good it looks. It's beautiful. All of this got cleaned up nice. Over the hill, it's just scrumptious. He got the fence line cleared up there. He's working over here right now. Ah, that looks good. We'll let Gavin be Gavin. There's the donkeys. Hi, donkeys. Hey, Buster. Hey, Rocky. Oh yeah, this looks great. This is what Gavin was working on today, getting this all trimmed up nice. Field looks great, horses look great. Let's go wrap some hay. Big bump, big bump. Oh yeah, there we go.
Are we through it?
We're through it. So today it looks like I get to be the one wrapping. I'm pretty excited. Daniel's getting it set up right now. We're gonna be continuing off the existing line, moving forward. All set and ready. All we need now is a round bale. Here we go. This would be my second time wrapping hay, just in case anyone's curious. And we're putting 20 wraps on it. That sucks. Looks like Daniel's gonna take care of it.
I just said nice.
Is that what you said?
Same thing you said.
Nice. I think I just pulled us up. Boom. And we drop it and move forward a bit. There we go. We're getting this down, guys. Sweet, there we go guys, that's it for wrapping. Okay, so after we got the wrapper unhooked, we hooked up to the silage harvester. There's apparently a lot broken with this, so they are gonna be working on repairing this tomorrow. They had to send for parts, took a while for the parts to come in. Now that the parts are in, They're getting this up and running, which is good because we're about 2 weeks out from using this now. And the round baler's parked in here too, which is pretty sweet. But we're all done. Fed the cows, everything's taken care of. So the day's winding down now, but I noticed that the horses are all in, so let's go down into the horse stable and see how things are going on Gavin's side of things. Whoa. We've got the string trimmer, the chainsaw, the batteries. How much batteries did you use today?
I didn't even run through one.
Didn't even go through one? Nice. How's feeding going?
I'm turning out right now.
Awesome. Well, Gavin has pretty much everything in hand down here. Look at Poe. Just pulling it up. So how'd you do in the heat today?
I don't like heat all that much, so I died.
Nice. You looks like you're about to give Declan his medicine.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take the saw and just clean up around up front.
I appreciate your face.
This tree, it's beautiful, and my mom planted it when she first started the stable. But the branches that are low-lying are a little hard on the equipment when they're putting silage through here. More personally, when I'm mowing grass around here, they're so low that they pretty much hit you on everything. So we're just gonna kind of trim off all the sides of the tree, put a little pile for me to grab later on. That way I don't have all those branches hanging out. Just the low-lying stuff. We want the tree to stay alive and do well. Just gotta get rid of the low-lying stuff. So let's see how it looks. Let's turn the tree from this to this. I'll have to get a little higher because there's a couple branches that are here that I'll need to kind of cut off just a little to make room for vehicles that are coming through right here. But I got all the low-lying stuff trimmed up. And over here on this side, I really trimmed it up nice. You can see this is something we've been doing for a while. You have all these areas here where it's tried growing off down here, and then we've had to trim it back. It's a nice tree. It's doing really well. We're happy with it. Just want to trim it back a little bit so I can clean this up, make it easier for me while I'm mowing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button. Really helps the video. And if you enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. Keeps you up to date on all future videos that are coming out. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all that you guys do. I can't tell you how much it means to all of us here to see all the comments, all the positive feedback that we receive. Thanks again for watching, guys. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.